Hi, and welcome to another episode of Tennis Volley here with Brian Danielson. Hey, just a little bit of a situation. I ended up breaking my elbow bone off. Fell off my bicycle, not bike, but bicycle. Going over a curb, and I hit a viaduct. It was higher, so not as low as a curb. So down I went, boom, hit my elbow bone, broke it off. Just had surgery yesterday, so getting over that. Still a little painful, but other than that, should get back into tennis sometime. Yeah, but it was like 30 years and 2 months to the time that I had now broke it again. 30 years and 2 months ago, I had broken it in 95. But that was totally different thing. But anyway, I'll get over it, get back out on the court. Somewhat of a delay, but anyway, I just wanted to kind of cover a little bit of things that have been going on here with some of the tournaments that had finished up last week. You had the Brussels Belgium, the Paribas Open. And that was won by Felix Auger Aliassime over Jerry Lehechka, and that was at 7-6, 2, and then 6-7, 6, and then 6-2, and he won that one over Lehechka. Lehechka is a pretty young up-and-coming player, too. What do you think about those guys as far as that goes with that, as far as those players there, with some of the younger players coming up now. Felix has been a little bit of a slump here, but lately he's been coming on and starting to play really good here. He's still a very good player, and he's starting to come on again. So this is the first tournament he's won in a long time. And then you also have the Almaty Kazakhstan final, and that was won by Danil Medvedev, 7-5, 4-6, 6-3, and he beat Corey Mote. And then with that, we had the Stockholm, and that was won by Casper Ruud, which he hasn't won a tournament in a while either. And he beat Ugo Humbert. Now, Ugo, I got to see, is a good, crafty left-handed player, too. I saw him whenever I was at US Open in 2024, and I saw him at the Westside Tennis Club in the Ultimate Tennis Showdown format. And he was playing really good, too. A very good player in his own right. With that, but Casper Ruud ended up winning 6-2, 6-3, and then we have the Pan Pacific, the WTA, which actually Blinda Bencic ended up winning. She hasn't won in a while, and she won 6-2, 6-3 along with that. So, you podcasters, and be sure and watch, subscribe, and comment to my channel. And then also you YouTubers do the same. You're going to be hearing about the Racket of the Week here coming up pretty soon for you YouTubers, and you'll see it. And then if you podcasters, if you want to take a look at it, you can certainly do that. And you can certainly take a look at it there with that. Also, if you want to take a look at the racket, take a look at my Tennis Volley Talk channel, and then you'll be able to take a look at the racket of the week that I'll show. But now, another thing that I wanted to just say is that I will have coming up here, I'm going to be having a couple of interviews in 2 different weeks coming up this Monday, and then the following Tuesday. I'm going to be interviewing actually a pair of sisters that actually have played over at Elk River and went to Elk River High School. and one's going to college now. But they're both very, very good tennis players, and they're sisters of all things, Ava and Maya Nelson. And that's going to be coming up here Monday. I'll be calling and talking to Ava, and we'll learn about her tennis journey and how she got into it. And then the next week, I will be talking to Maya and her tennis journey and how she got into playing. And she's fearless. She's going to be darn near as good as what her sister is. Both of them are very good players, and we'll talk about some tennis along the way too. But both of those girls, they're very, very good players. I've played mixers with both of them at one time, and so yeah, it was tough enough trying to beat the one. Ava, she beat me good, but then Maya, I ended up playing her in the mixers that I used to play with over in Rogers. And so she had me up, but I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to beat her. So I beat her like by the time they came by and were marking the games, I was ahead 3-2. And that was about all the games we had for that little session there. But I ended up but not now. I don't think I could beat her. She's not intimidated by any guys and how hard the guys hit. She returns the ball. Both of them return the ball very well. Not intimidated by any hard hitting at all. So yeah, they're very, very good players all the way around. Yeah, sometimes I wish I could hit the ball as consistent as what they do, but I've been playing so long that I think I've kind of gotten a little bit lackadaisical, I think, in some of the play. And then, of course, we've had a possibility, and now one of the final three that held the spot, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. I think Novak Djokovic is nearing the end of his career, and probably a very distinct possibility he'll be retiring. And then what do you think of those three as far as tennis players? They held the top spot, 1, 2, and 3, one way or the other, and accumulated the most Grand Slam wins of anybody. And Djokovic has that title now. But who do you think was the best one out of the bunch of those? Federer or Nadal or Djokovic? And, that's a toss-up. Who do you think is now the upcoming three? We got the upcoming two nowadays, Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz. But who do you think is the close number 3 in that hunt to take over those spots for the years to come now? So, yeah, let me know in comments, and subscribe, and let me know what you like. If you like the over-the-phone interviews and the racket of the week, I do like doing it and showing everybody the rackets that I have back here. So, yeah, it's always fun to be able to do that with that also. So with that in mind, though, too, the racket of the week this week is a Regent racket. It's called a Regent Contender racket. So the Contender is probably, and it's reinforced with fiber, and then it's a nice brown. It's a brown color racket. It's probably ash on or a hardwood ash, and then it's layered with the layered right here. It's with kind of a goldish Regent on it, but it's a brown color racket, painted brown. With that racket, still a very sturdy racket, a straight racket too, pretty straight. And Regent was probably in existence around about 1940s to 40, about 1940 or so, right in that era. With the racket, and here it has the string savers on it. The trebling is what it has for the strings. Now these strings were the original strings in it that came from the manufacturer of the strings. And this racket here is probably around about the 1950s, 40s, 50s, in that era, within that time. With that, because you got the endorsed player on it here is Don Budge. And now the Regent racket actually was the Regent Regent Equipment company, but and the rackets were in existence, like I said, about 1940, before being bought out by Hedstrom Plastics. And then Don Budge, the sponsor here for the racket here that you have, he was born in January 13th of 1915 and passed January 26th, 2000, 84 years old. He was an American player, right-handed, very strong, all-style game all the way around with that. And he was a very, he won 6 slam titles. In 1938, he became the first player actually to win all 4 Grand Slams in 1 year. So that's what his most famous was 1938. But then also in 1937, he did help the Davis Cup team win a major win over Germany, over Byron von I can't, yeah, it was one of the Byron von something, but I can't remember at this particular time. But he was one of the German players, but he was, Don Budge was responsible for taking the U.S. ahead on the Davis Cup and winning that also for that too. And he also was the last, then in 19 let's see, back 1960, he was 64, he was inducted into the Tennis Hall of Fame. And then one of his last matches that he ended up winning was over Bobby Riggs, 1940 something, 43 or 40, no, yeah, 43 is whenever his last match that he ended up winning. But this racket here, like I said, it's probably in the early 40s, kind of continued, maybe late 30s, early 40s, in the possible right in the air in that time span. Still a very sturdy racket. You could probably hit very lightly with this racket. You wouldn't want to hit it very hard, but you could hit it very lightly. But anybody that wants to take a look at it, now you YouTubers, you can take a look at it, what I'm talking about, the Regent racket here, Contender. They had several names, the Contender, and they had other names for it. So like they could, this is probably one of the mid-range Contender rackets, or it could have been the lower range, one of the rackets with the Regent of what they were made. The trebling, this was kind of what they used for string savers back then, with this, the string right here that was knot and smooth. You could spin it and say, what do you want, knot or smooth? And then the smooth one side, the knots on the other. You could win the toss or the serve, knots or smooth. This was around about the 40s to used up until the 70s in that era. So with this racket, still a very good racket. You YouTubers, if you want to, you're looking at it right now, but if you podcasters, like, subscribe, and comment on my podcast channel, and you can take a look at the racket I'm showing right now, the Regent racket here. And it just says on the butt head of the racket, like they have Wilson, that says Regent on it. Like Wilson just has the W, or Dunlop has the D, or Puma would have the Cougar, the Puma. And then with that too, I just kind of wanted to let you know about that aspect of it here. Very good racket still. So anybody that wants to take a look at it, you're looking at it for you YouTubers, like, subscribe, and comment on what I do. Whatever you may want, make a comment. I'll talk about whatever you might want me to talk about, and see what you want me to talk about. I'll try to do some research, and then also with the racket there too. I do have a couple of other phone calls that possibly might be happening With another with another retired tennis pro that played in the 80s, early 80s, and so might have a chance with doing that interview. So I do like doing the interviews too. So let me know about that and what you like about that. But with that too in mind, I just hope that everybody just keeps on playing. It's getting kind of a little bit cool now here where I'm at in Minnesota. So anybody that's out playing in nicer weather, that's good for you all the way around. So everybody like, subscribe, and comment with my podcast channel. And also with that, let me know if you like the over the phone calls, and having more of a grassroots, finding somebody's tennis journey. And I like doing that. But plus, I do talk about the latest tournaments that had just finished, and then some of the ones that will be finishing next week. And I'll be talking about those on Monday, whenever I do have the interview on Monday. So that should be a pretty fun interview. I'll go over Ava's tennis career, which will be a fun thing to do, and how she got started and how she just got so darn good. Both of them did. But it'll be a fun interview either way, and kind of find out what she's doing now, what she's majoring in, and ask her some things of that nature, and take it from there. And then also get to talk some tennis along the way. So everybody out there, have a nice week. Keep on playing. If you're still outside playing, keep it up. And I'll talk to you next week. And everybody have a good week.